Welcome back to the KEMPIRE Daily YouTube channel, where we talk about some of the hottest topics in music, entertainment, and even reality TV. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out when we go live or when we upload. In today's video, I have to talk about some racist things in entertainment. Chris Harrison of The Bachelor is under fire and now has officially stepped aside for now, he says. As you may recall, one of the current contestants on this latest edition of The Bachelor came under fire for a few different things in regards to her past, most recently in 2018, where she attended a plantation-themed party. So at the time, the host of the Bachelor and Bachelorette said this during an interview: "This judge, jury, and executioner thing is tearing this girl's life apart. Is it a good look in 2018 or is it not a good look in 2021? 50 million people did that in 2018. That was the type of party that people went to. We are not looking under the same lens," Harrison continued in her defense.
This judge, jury, executioner thing where people are just tearing this girl's life apart and diving into like her parents voting record and what it's unbelievably alarming to watch this. I haven't heard Rachel speak on this yet. And until I actually hear this woman have a chance to speak, who am I to say any of this? I saw a picture of her at a sorority party 5 years ago, and that's it. Like, boom, like, okay, well, this girl is in this book now, and she's now in this group. And I'm like, really? Okay, well, there goes.
The picture was from 2018 at an Old South antebellum party. So I think, when you
hold that under the lens,
it's not a good look.
No. It's not a good, well, Rachel, is it a good look in 2018 or is it not a good look in 2021?
It's because not a good look ever, because she's celebrating.
He then went to apologize on Twitter and said this: "To my Bachelor Nation family, I will always own a mistake when I make one. So I am here to extend a sincere apology. I have this incredible platform to speak about love, and yesterday I took a stance on topics which I should have been better informed." That was the first of his apologies. But on Saturday, the host issued another lengthy statement acknowledging his mistake for defending these actions and informed fans he would be quitting the show. And he said this for now, and I'll read a little bit of what he said in his statement. "I've spent the last 2 days listening to the pain my words have caused, and I'm deeply remorseful. My ignorance did damage to my friends, colleagues, and strangers alike. I have no one to blame but myself for what I said and the way I spoke. I set standards for myself and I have not met them. I feel that with every fiber of my being. Now, just as I taught my children to stand up and to own their actions, I will do the same. By excusing historical racism, I defended it. I invoked the term woke police, which is unacceptable. I am ashamed over how uninformed I was. I was wrong." He then went on to say, "This historic season of The Bachelor should not be marred or overshadowed by my mistakes or diminished by my actions. To that end, I have consulted with Warner Brothers and ABC and will be stepping aside for a period of time, hence until we forget about it, and will not join for the After the Final Rose special. I am dedicated to getting educated on a more profound and productive level than ever before. I want to ensure our cast and crew members, to my friends, colleagues, and our fans, this is not just a moment, but a commitment to a much greater understanding that I will actively make every day." Chris Harris, I don't watch The Bachelor chapter and verse. I know the dramas, the news, and things like that comes out of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. I have not been following this season of The Bachelor, even though they have their very first Black Bachelor. But Chris Harrison has been problematic for a little while now. His energy has been off for me a little while now, especially after, if you recall, Kelly Ripa had talked on her daytime talk show saying that she doesn't really like The Bachelor. She can't really get into it for various reasons. She explained those reasons. Well, he decided to clap back at her, and I remember Ellen Pompeo of Grey's Anatomy clapped back at him. So ever since then, I've been giving Chris Harrison the side eye. So this only solidified why I am not a fan of him particularly. Now, I'm not going to say about The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. Apparently, there are millions of people that enjoy this show. But I could, in all honesty, especially after he defended this, 2018 is not that long ago. But since we're on the topic of race and racism, let's talk a little bit about LaToya Ali. As you know, she was a former YouTube star turned reality TV housewife on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's under fire this week for some comments that she made 7 years ago. Before we get into the video, I just want to warn you of the content. This channel and all entities of the KEMPIRE do not embrace, endorse, or condone the type of language that LaToya Ali utilizes in this video. And if it is going to be triggering to you, I ask that you fast forward past it.
Super ghetto. She has huge Donkey Kong lips. Y'all, close your eyes. Just imagine, okay, a face with 2 pillowcases as lips. Going like this. Now open your eyes. She wore single braids, and every time she would swing her hair, a braid would fall out. You see that braid that's just lingering around your neighborhood? Yeah, it's probably hers.
So I'll be honest with you, when I read about this story, reading the words versus seeing the video was very different. I actually had a very different reaction. I didn't enjoy reading it. However, seeing her expression and the lightheartedness that she gave those words, she says this is 7 years ago. However, 7 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, other Black people talking about other Black people in this way wasn't cool then. And I get it. I'm not a part of cancel culture. I'm not saying to cancel this Black woman, especially because canceling a Black woman versus canceling someone like Chris Harrison is very different. And you all know that. Chris Harrison will be able to bounce back. He could easily retire right now based off the money he's made off of The Bachelor and Bachelorette. But someone like LaToya, who's on a come up, or other Black creators, canceling them really could affect their career. So I'm not going to get into the whole cancel culture. However, let's take a look at what she said in apology, because she's apologized since this video came out. She says this: "First and foremost, I would like to apologize for the triggering language that I used in a video clip that resurfaced from 7 years ago. Despite the fact that my intent was not to cause harm or to offend Black women, I did just that. I am a proud Black woman, and I think all Black women are valid and beautiful. I was ignorant to the fact that my words were perpetuating inherent biases and anti-Blackness that we as a Black people deal with every day. With that said, ignorance is not an excuse. I have learned and grown exponentially since then, and particularly within the last year. Those words do not reflect the woman I am today. And again, I am truly and sincerely apologetic for the hurt that I have caused." This whole apology tour this week, we got an apology from Justin Timberlake to Britney Spears and Janet Jackson this week. We got an apology from Chris Harrison. Now we have apology from look, I don't want an apology if you don't mean it. If you're just trying to save the bag, I don't want the apology, to be honest, me personally. And I'm sure there are probably things that I've said online that were considered problematic, definitely not on the level that some of these people are saying. However, learning and growing does take time, and learning and growing can happen from the year before. It can happen from 7 years ago. Can it happen from weeks before? Possibly. And I know with the Black Lives Matter movement, I know it's not just opened the eyes of non-Black people, it's opened other Black people's eyes to understand that colorism and racism exists within Black people. And we're seeing and understanding that. And as I said to you before, I lean against cancel culture, especially when it comes to Black people, because although cancel culture it may be just something that we say and like, oh, you're canceled, but people continue with their careers. I beg to differ in regards to people of color. They don't bounce back as easy in regards to being quote unquote canceled. As I said to you before, when I saw the video versus reading the words of LaToya Ali, it was a very different feeling. I know a lot of you didn't like her from the jump on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I was trying to keep an open mind because this current season of Atlanta has been dry, has been boring. And all of you that keep saying it's because NeNe's not there, it was dry last season with NeNe too. But I was excited to see maybe she could bring something different. Did I like the trouble she was causing with Drew and some of the other ladies? No. But I was trying to keep an open mind because, you know, it's her first season. You know, it's her first time being on a TV show. Maybe you got to give people a couple of seasons to sort of find their way in order to be themselves. You don't automatically be yourself. Some people can, and those are the people that we love. I think LaToya was trying to find a way. I know a lot of people are ready to have her be removed from Atlanta. I'm not sure if Bravo will bring her back next season. I'm on the fence about that. she still hasn't really shown me anything so far this season that would say to me, bring her back. Because all we've had is her interactions, and sort of like in a Marlo way. We don't have anything about her life. Is she as entertaining as Marlo? Not really. But I remember the comments about Marlo back in the day too. A lot of you didn't like her. A lot of you are new to the party, like, oh yeah, give Marlo a peach. You didn't like her when she first showed up on the scene either. But like I said before, the comments that she made in this video definitely are nothing that we should be taken lightly. Is she apologizing now for these comments so she can save her bag, save her position on the show? Very possible. As I said before, I don't love it when these celebrities come out and apologize because of the internet's outrage. Yes, something should be said. And yes, you should be learning and growing from your mistakes. I don't know. What should they do? Should they apologize? What would you like to see people do when they make such huge mistakes out here in the open? Let's continue the conversation, as always, in the comments. I want to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on this Chris Harrison situation and LaToya Ali? As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out when we go live or when we upload.